I am sitting here waiting for my flight to board. And I was taking some notes here on the concert last night, and I can't help but tie everything back to personal development because I've been on a personal growth journey for almost 8 years now, like probably even before that, but officially for 8 years. And the concert last night, specifically Taylor Swift, just reminded me of some key things that I needed to feel last night. And I wanted to share them with you. And it's interesting because I first saw her in concert when I was 18, and I'm almost 33 now. And I was like writing down all the life events that have happened in that amount of time. And it's just wild how much life has happened. So I wanted to share the takeaways. So here's the biggest thing for me. She sold out 3 nights in a row in the same location. And I think the stadium holds like 70,000 people. And I did not even see an empty seat. And obviously, like, the resale value of tickets were insane. But what this reminded me of is that good things take a long time. Like, it was even really quite adorable because she like was just in awe of how many people were there. Like, she knew how many people were there, but like once you can feel it, it's like, wow, this is amazing. And to do it 3 nights in a row in the same location is quite the accomplishment. But it didn't start off that way, right? Like, if you've been following Taylor's journey through all of the eras, if you will, um, it started off teeny tiny, right? Just like any idea does, any passion does. And she just believes in it so much that she will never give up. Like, it's just a part of her being. And I think too often in business, when we launch or, put ourselves out there, if we don't get the immediate validation that people like it, or enough people like it, whether that's like translating it into sales or, enough views or anything like that, we instantly think that it's not valid. And then we start to retract. Like, we're human, like, it's normal. And so she's had over a 17-year career, and like, she's had great concerts in the past, but this is by far the biggest tour. And it's because good things take time, like, and a long time. And honestly, I always get to remind myself of this. It's going to take more time than you even think it's going to take, right? So if you think, you know, that this launch is going to be like your 6-figure launch, it may be 3 launches from now. And are you okay with that? Or how can you get your brain on board and be okay with that? I just think is so important. So good things take a long time, but through that, she's built such a steady career that it's just grown with her. So it's not to say that you're not going to have success or key milestones throughout your journey, but to get to the end result, or one of the big milestones that you really desire, it's going to take a moment, right? It's going to take some time to get to all the milestones, and we get to be patient. Another reminder from last night was, I freaking love how she works the crowd. She is not afraid to tease her personality, right? Like, so she always intros the song, most of the songs, but she'll take a moment and just like look out into the audience and like connect with you and take up a lot of space. It can be probably really uncomfortable. Like, yes, everyone's there to like cheer for you and like they're excited to like be with you, but like to not be singing and to be like looking out into the audience, waiting for people to like respond back to you, I am sure is very uncomfortable. And so she just reminded me of like, we get to take up more freaking space as women. We retract so much as women. We play small as women. And even successful women do this too. Like, no matter where you're at on your journey, I was sitting in the audience and I'm like, I still am pulling back. I am still playing small. Like, I am still worried about what other people are going to think. Yes, I am human, but like, am I willing to let that stop me from playing full out to the level that I desire, right? And so she just reminded me of like, I'm still doing that. I get to like really, really work on that because it's so easy in the online space, and in real life, just to like start. I like to call it turtling. You know, like when a turtle gets scared and the turtle like goes back in its shell. That's a good visualization for me. Hopefully that helps you. But I still find myself at times turtling and hiding in my shell when I'm not meant to do that and you're not meant to do that. And I've come a long way, but I can still see that pattern happening. So I get to dig into that of like, okay, what's still showing up for me? Am I afraid of judgment? Am I afraid of not being liked? Right? That's a real thing. And so we get to just like be so aware of these things so we can like actually keep working through them, right? They're going to keep showing up. So we get to keep working through them and not pretend that they're not there. I think another big one, just like following her journey, is it always blows me away that like some people don't like Taylor Swift because she's such a good role model, but there's going to be people that don't like you, right? Like if you've watched her documentary, like she went through a lot of backlash too a few years ago. And so she like hid out for a while. And it's just such a good reminder that like there are going to be people that don't like you, that don't understand your journey, don't understand your creativity, don't understand who you are, and we get to be okay with that because she freaking sold out 3 nights in a row at the same space. So there's quite a bit of people that do like her. And the more we can focus on those people, the better. Like the happier you'll be, the more peaceful you'll be. We can give them our energy rather than the haters, if you will. And I just think that's just like such a good reminder of like, just trust your journey, trust what's been like landed on your heart. Like, there is no one like her. She is so creative and expressive, and it works for her. Like, she's been able to build such a huge empire because she's stuck with it, right? Continued to lead with passion, take breaks when she needs to take breaks, take up a ton of space, not apologize for it, right? Another thing that I've loved too is like through all the eras, she's evolved, right? Like she doesn't have the same hairstyle, right? She isn't singing the same genre of songs. And I just think that's so important too, because we get to evolve with our brand and evolve with the world. And that is a good thing. Like we get to celebrate that. I think sometimes people make fun of people when they like rebrand or they, create a new offer or they go into a new category. And it's like, if that's what feels good to you and you're doing what you're passionate about, like it will work out for you. Like I really do believe that because you believe it. Like as long as you believe it, it will work. Like statistically, like if I look at my whole career from like beginning teeny tiny till now, like statistically I should not have the success that I have because I don't have the email list, I don't have the following, I don't have the I haven't always had the network or the knowledge. But the thing that I can really be proud of is I've always believed it's going to work. Like my husband always reminds me, he's like, you're such a dreamer. Like you always believe in big dreams, like to the point where like sometimes I believe it's going to happen so much that like I forget like, oh, there's probably like a few steps that I need to take before then. Like just a kind of a silly example is, I dreamt of being a spin cycle instructor. So I auditioned one day and I believed I was going to get it. And I showed up and like I probably sucked and they didn't call me back, and I'm okay with that. Now I just ride my Peloton in our basement. But I believed that I was going to do it, and so I did it. And even when I was told no, I just moved on. Like, and so believing doesn't mean you're always going to get it, but the energy of believing and always having that belief, you're going to get something more than you're not going to get it, if that makes sense to you. So it might not directly translate of like, oh, Nellie believes she's going to be a spin cycle instructor, so therefore she's going to get it. But the energy of the belief will just carry on to the next thing. And then what is meant for me will always find me, right? Like some of the dream clients that I have connected with in the most unusual ways blows my mind at times. And it also reminds me of like, what is meant for me will always find me. I just get to keep believing in myself, believing in the process, believing the people are out there, believing that I'm capable, working through, any mindset challenge that is happening, and keep moving forward. Believing and not giving up are like my strategies. At the end of the day, I will always be here. I will always continue to show up on video. I will always continue to, like, wherever my passion is going, that's where I'm going to head. And I'll take as many people as they like that want to go with me and be cool with it. Like, I just think that's just so important to really remind ourselves of. So thank you, Taylor, for the reminders, because I needed them. And I just sat there in all of the production last night. It was like a 10 out of 10. Like, truly, all the costumes. I loved every single outfit that she had. Her thought of just all the production details and the creativity. It was just by far one of the best, if not the best, concerts I've ever been to. And I just love what she stands for. And I think it's just that it's such a good reminder, us as women, to take up more space. So I challenge you to take up more space. I challenge you to believe in yourself a little bit more, or a lot bit more if you need a lot. And yeah, I'm just excited to do life with you. And I think you're quite amazing, if no one's told you that today. And I'll see you back on the show tomorrow, as always, because I'll never give up. I'll still be here. When you're ready, I'm here. When you're ready, I'm here. That could be a song. Okay. There's probably people looking at me weird in the airport. So I'm going to go. I hope you have a great day and do something for you today. And I'll see you back tomorrow.